Are you tired of there being no competition for Dead by Daylight? Wishing that a game would come on the rise and stand up to it? Well, I think there is something on the horizon that will grant that wish. No, not that game. However, that could also be promising. I'm talking about the very real possibility of a Halloween game coming out soon. After going down a certain rabbit hole on the internet, I very strongly believe that this game is coming out either this year or the next. The strange thing is, these pieces of evidence have been out for a few months now. I don't know how it managed to evade me for so long, but here it is. In this little Reddit post by Chilla Chinchilla, he lays out all the breadcrumbs for us to easily follow. So starting off, he says this. Some context: Jason Blum is the founder and CEO of Blumhouse. Ryan Turek is a producer on the 2018 Halloween reboot and the 2 upcoming sequels, and Blumhouse is the production company behind the same 3 movies. This is important. It's important to know that these people have direct ties to the new Halloween movies coming out, and if you look at what Wes Keltner posts here, real quick, he's the president of Gun Media, and if you don't know, they made the Friday the 13th game. But he calls out these specific people in a tweet and later reveals that the possibility of a project is growing stronger, as we see here. Now, before I go further, I want to use these tweets as evidence to shut down a theory. Some people are thinking it might be a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. I really don't think this is the case. Why talk to these people for a Texas game when they don't have an affiliation with Texas? And this is off script, but I also saw some people thinking it would be a Hatchet game, but it'd be the same issue. Why talk to these people and then say the project's getting stronger? If it's with these specific people, like, why would you talk to these people and then make a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game or a Hatchet game? That doesn't add up to me. But yes, it doesn't make a lot of sense. People also use the argument that Kane Hodder, which we'll talk about more soon, is involved with this new project, along with the fact that Texas is getting a reboot this year as well. But once again, the possibility of a project is stronger stronger for it to be a Halloween game than anything else. Why would it be a Texas game if they're talking to these people? It doesn't make sense to me. There's another tweet confirming that it will be a horror game, which is right here. It will be a horror game. Other than that, he does a little zip thing. Nothing's getting out of this man's mouth. And just like a fun little thing right here. He confirms it's not a mobile game. It'll most likely be asymmetrical horror game, because why would you have the people behind Friday the 13th make a single player sort of game? It'd be cool. I really hope there are single player aspects to it, similar to how Friday had bots. But I'll talk more about what I'd like to see in a Halloween game in a different video. If you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe. But just got some tweets regarding the mocap work, which is right here. And something that I find to be the icing on the cake is a very well done Haddonfield diorama that West made, which is right. Oh wow, that is a little awkward. This was super recent, April 6th. That was not very long ago at all. This isn't concrete proof that like something is happening. I would like to note that while making in-game models, though, props can sometimes be used as references. For examples, for Super Smash Bros., figures were used for all the characters, and for some more like a niche reference in the Godzilla game for the PlayStation 4, figures were also used as references for the monsters. So I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to use this as a reference for how the in-game Haddonfield should look. And if it is, we're in for a treat. The feeling of fall in this diorama is so absolutely strong. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at this. Some people feel that because Kane has never played Myers before, that the chances of the game being a Halloween game suddenly drop. But I would like to add a few counter arguments to that. One thing, Kane would be an excellent choice for Myers. He can definitely play a masked villain well. While there are differences between Jason and Michael, Kane would easily be able to make these adjustments. Myers is much more patient, less animate, while remaining idle. Kane would replicate that, absolutely. But I suppose we don't know if Kane would be interested in playing Michael Myers. Except, oh wait, we do. He has actually said that Myers is very much on his wish list and would love a chance to play Myers on the big screen. And while this video game isn't on the big screen, but I'm sure he would jump at the opportunity to play Michael Myers in a video game with a company he already knows and has worked with before, and I'm sure they got along very well. It makes sense to get horror legend Kane Hodder on board again if they can. They already have experience with each other and want a safe bet on someone they already know has done fantastic work for them in the past. And how much safer of a bet can you get than Kane Hodder? Just a fun little fact to prove my point more. Hodder has accepted playing Myers on a smaller screen before. He actually worked on a YouTube video for a spoof video you may have watched. In the Halloween driving school video, here, the man behind the mask is Kane Hodder. Don't believe me? Let's scroll down to the description. And if you look, let's see here. Ah, there we are. Kane Hodder as Michael. While it's a much more smaller thing, he wants to play Michael Myers, and a video game would be much more of a official thing, so he definitely jump at the chance to do that. And remember that Kane Hodder is an actor. He can play other parts that aren't just Jason. Some people feel that his movements aren't controlled enough, but maybe that's because he's playing people that should move like that. Give the man some more credit. He's an actor. He's not limited to more like aggressive psychopaths. He can play his patient psychopaths, I'm absolutely sure. He could play Myers if he really wanted to, which he absolutely does. Also, something that I also think will 100% happen as well. I believe John Carpenter will be doing the score for the video game. If you look here, you can see that John Carpenter's wanted to compose a score for a video game. And it's his baby, so why would they not get John Carpenter to do it as long as he's down? I'm pretty sure right now there's probably a little bit of downtime in between Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends because of the pandemic, so there's like a ripe opportunity for him to possibly just be doing the music for it. Possibly. I'm not exactly sure if that would be possible or not, but I'm pretty sure John Carpenter would probably do it himself, considering he's really wanted to do a video game score. With all of this being said, I think it's very safe to say that we're getting a Halloween video game soon. I have no doubt. And when we do, I'm going to cover it to the absolute max. Extremely excited after seeing this, but what are your thoughts? Is there something I missed? Let me know in the comments below. If you're excited for the possibility of this being a Halloween game, feel free to drop a sub and ring the bell. As soon as I see more news on this game, I'll be sure to cover it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.